like, and a lot of stuff he showed me was inaccurate. Like he was telling me how like the gun storage and ammo storage was, yeah, right. So, you know, I got a very poor like image of the faction. I feel like this faction was just kind of ranty shanty kind of, because if that guy's the manager, God only knows what kind of owner there is, right? I've since learned about how good this place is from Bubba and Bravo, but I didn't know that, so all I knew was that like people like Bunny were in charge and like the faction was, and then one day I take my truck out. Yeah, right. I mean, he's the one who trained me, and he in my opinion he sets he sets some sort of form of example of like the faction, like he's the one who's quote unquote, and he's like telling me and Lucas to go grab, like he's like me and Lucas and him were in the storefront. He's like, one of you go grab me a car battery. And I just sat there silent for a couple of seconds, and then he's like, actually, he's like, I'll go get it. I'm gonna go get it. I was like, what is this guy talking like I'm his puppy or something? Like, if he just said like, can one of you guys go grab me one or something like that? But the way he said it was like, and he's done that before with, yeah, he's done that before with other things, right? So the reason I'm restating this is because I got some things to tell you, right? Um, I had like a bad image of the faction, before, and I got pulled out of my truck that one day when I was going through the Southwest gas station in Cherno by like 7 dudes, and when they found out I was in TCOF, they fucking like started tweaking, and I mentioned to them that I would rat, you know, just to try to get, out of the situation. So that might have been why like you heard about that. Now, whether I get like kicked out or put in jail for a bit, or public humiliation, or I'm even willing to, like, any sales I make, give in extra instead of just 10% for resource cut, 20% for vehicle cut. No, because what I'm getting at is I took 2 ADAs and I resold them on the street for cheaper than what we sell them for, and I pocketed the money. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because I want a long-term, like, roots here, if that's still possible. But I wouldn't want to do that with like a guilty conscience or with any untied ends. So that's why I wanted to not just send a pigeon about that, but let you know that I did do that because, like I said, I thought this was just some shanty fucking faction, fly-by-night fucking shit setup. So yeah, I did that, and oh right. Yeah, no, he's the guy who, well, like everyone's going around saying like, why is he in charge? Everyone's going around saying like, why is he even in charge? Like, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But then like, that's kind of even worse than him being in charge is the fact that everyone knows he shouldn't be in charge, yet he still has like he's still in that position. It's because he's the only person that hit requirements from what I've. Right. Well, I wanted to come clean with you. I was talking to Bubba, um, and I told Bubba I was gonna tell you about it because if I'm in a long term here, I don't want to. I could have easily just not said anything. Yeah, right. Yeah, no. But yeah, well, like I said, I'm willing to pay in until those are paid off in full. I'll pay out 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% fucking tariff on all my sales until like, because but like I said, the way that Bunny represents this place is very shanty, and you know, I don't think I would have had felt the urge to do something like that if I would have known that this faction had any form of stability. But with someone like him walking around with any form of quote unquote manager thing around his name,